All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who this world calls God. And Yahushai is the true name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well for preaching the 100% truth in season and out of season, according to the Most High's will, the correct doctrine. All right, giving up their bodies as a living sacrifice unto the Most High, which is their reasonable service. All right, double honors goes out to you, to the sincere Akim, the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 down to the 1/3 of all Israelites who will receive salvation out of America once destruction comes. All right, and this destruction is near. All right, it's approaching. Okay, it's at hand. All right. Also to the confusion of faith, Akim, sincere Akim, who are scattered across the globe, right, the four winds, all right, who look like different heathen nations, but to your seed line, you go back to Israelite man. And your spirit bears witness, meaning it's proof that you're Israelite because you can accept his word. All right. It resonates with your spirit. You can accept his truth. All right, which is the light, the scriptures. I like to give more praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash for allowing me to do another video for the Holy Spirit. All right. This video is an article I got from AME, all right, info.com. Okay. It's about the RFID microchip, all right? It says it's from July 17th, 2019. It says microchipping the human body. How far has this tech come and what are the risks? All right. It reads microchipping is still very isolated to its niche, but in a few years could become a widespread phenomenon. What risks await? Okay. So right then and there, okay, they're telling you in this article, all right, that in a few years, this could be a phenomenon, all right? Next big thing, a trend, all right? Everyone, all right, gravitating towards this RFID microchip, okay? Not knowing it's the mark of the beast in the scriptures, all right? And if you take this chip, you will be destroyed by the Most High, all right? What risks await? RFID chips are being implemented in their hands of some willing employees and individuals. At the forefront of the microchip implant movement are two firms, UK's Biotech and Sweden's Biohacks. The ethical risks are countless, but the answers to them are still quite limited. All right. So the ethical risks are countless. All right. People are just getting this chip because it seems convenient. Okay. But they don't have no idea what if this chip's gonna track them. Okay. They don't know the health hazards, right? Conditions, right? You may gain from having this chip. Right? These people in this society, in this world are simple. Okay. They just do what everyone else does. Okay. You have some people actually saying, all right, when you check up more things about the RFID chip, okay, if a majority of people get it, they're gonna get it. All right, which is madness. Okay. But at the end of the day, these heathens and these 2/3 are right, they're gone. All right. The Most High's not dealing with them. So it must happen. When one thinks microchips, it's difficult for a mind to not conjure up images of a great sci-fi films and literature of the 1980s. After all, we essentially become cyborgs when embedded such technology into our bodies, odd as it may sound. So how close are we to seeing widespread implementation of human microchipping? And who has started experimenting with it? All right, how do these chips work? Okay. When it comes to potential of what microchips could do, the sky's the limit. All right. So that's how they're going to market it. Okay. They're going to market it as the next big thing. Okay. This chip can do everything. All right. This chip is for you. All right. Even if you're old, young, all right, from all ranges, all incomes. All right. Poor or free. All right. Rich or poor. Slakia. Free or bond. Okay. This chip is for you. All right. As well as our own technological advancement. Naturally, we can't browse the internet with our minds or download books onto our brains just yet. But what can we do are small basic things. Currently, some of the most well-known implementations of human microchipping come courtesy of two biotech firms, UK's Biotech and Sweden's Biohacks. The chips these companies implant into people are quite basic. They are the size of a large grain of rice. Essentially, they are RFID chips that are inserted into the flesh between the thumb and forefinger. They don't contain complex computers or batteries. They're powered only when an RFID reader pings them, requesting data. The MIT Technology Review explains in a feature on microchipping. The microchipping habit found its roots in Sweden. These thousands of tech-savvy Swedes have opted to take the leap in the pursuit of great convenience and tech novelty. All right. So also just to say, all right, that they got this, okay? Just to say they're technologically advanced, all right? People in Sweden, all right? It's all praise to the Most High for having these Edomites take this chip, all right? Just confirming that they're not the people of the Most High, all right? That they're the spiritual counterpart of Satan on earth, right? They're a race of devils, okay, deceivers, liars, slanderers, all right, an evil seed line. Incidentally, the closest thing to these chips we are familiar with are the trackers we implant into our pets. The same applies to the abilities they provide. So trackers you put in your pets, all right, and your pets and an animal, okay, and cattle, okay, to keep track of them. These people get them, all right, just like willy nilly, okay. And when it comes out that they're tracking you to be able to control your mind, then they're gonna start screaming out, at the government, all right. Three Square Market, all right, a U.S. tech firm, touted handy features of the RFID chips it implanted into its volunteering employees. Numbered in the 80s back in 2018, the chip allowed them to access the company building, make purchases from vending machines, and even unlock their PCs. All it took for their chip to be useful was for there to be a RFID reader on the other end of an interaction. It just it just becomes such as a part of my routine. Steve Kasserkurt, Vice President of Finance at TSM, told the MIT Technology Review the chips also contain medical records, could in the future contain other personal information. All right. So everything from your social security, all right, to to uh, um to your personal records of your life accounts. All right. These people had these. The elites know what you did from the minute you were born, all right, all the way till now. Okay. These elites are they're weird. They spy on everyone. Okay. Three Square Market did not develop the chip as implanted into its employees alone, but instead opted to a partner with the aforementioned Sweden-based biotech firm Biohacks to bring their vision to reality. Other companies interested in chipping their employees are also resorting to specialized biotech firms such as Biotech and Biohacks. Biohacks told The Telegraph it was in talks with a number of UK legal and financial firms to implant staff with the devices. These companies have sensitive documents that they are dealing with, said Johan Osterlund, the founder of Biohacks and a former professional body piercer. The chips would allow them to set restrictions for whoever. All right. The other chip firm Biotech, which is based in the UK, has already fitted 150 implants locally as of November 2018, as per as per a report by The Guardian, according to a statement by Biotech's founder and owner in a conversation with the British newspaper. Most of its 150 implants have been for individuals, with some financial and engineering firms have also had the chips implanted in their staff. Okay, so it's going to start off optional. All right, just take this chip. All right, all right, so you can clock into work. Okay. Take this chip so you can do this. Take this chip so you can do that. But it will become mandatory, right? Because this is spiritual. All right. It's not a carnal thing. All right. It's a carnal mark. All right. From Esau. But this is spiritually. It's spiritually the Most High's movie. All right. It's not just life. All right. That you live. Okay. It's the Most High's will. All right. biotech explained that it has also implanted them in employees of a bank testing and technology and has shipped them to Spain, France, Germany, Japan, and China. Back in 2018, biotech's chips costed between 87 and 323 per person to implant. Biohack's chips cost 186. Right? New chips could help patients. All right. So in the medical field, they're going to offer this to say it's a cure. All right, to the diseases that they're going to bring, all right, that they're going to bring to America on their own, all right. You got the Ebola, right, being announced as a international emergency, okay. The bubonic plague, okay. New diseases that the so-called these elites are going to bring out, and they're going to say the Rfid chip is the only cure, all right. So that's a lot of people getting it, all right. You're going to have a lot of avenues to advertise this chip. Okay, but you need to remember it's the mark of the beast. All right, and deny this. But the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right, it's not going to be of yourself. Okay, it's to be of the Lord. Okay, today chip tech is evolving. TSM revealed in August of 2018 that it was working on a more advanced version of the chip currently inside its employees, one that will be equipped with GPS technology and voice recognition capabilities. It will be powered by body heat. It's not only GPS, it's not only voice activation. It's working on monitoring your vital signs. There are different medical institutions that obviously want that. Patrick McMullen, president of Three Square Market and Chip Technology Business, Three Square Chip, told CNBC, is going to tell my doctor's office I have an issue. Beta testing of the chip was expected to commence in early 2019. All right. At Elon Musk's startup Neuralink has also made their own foray into human implants with a twist. The capabilities his company is seeking to bring at groundbreaking Slocky. As TechCrunch explains, Neuralink, which has raised 158 million so far, utilizes ultra thin threads that will be implemented into your brain. Okay, so these chips are going in your right hand, all right, also your brain, your forehead, allowing for the interface between the human brain and computers and external chips wirelessly with ultra-fast data transfer speeds. A sensor chip is embedded under the skin which communicates with the embedded threads. For example, it would allow an amputee to control a prosthetic as they would their own arm. Fellow implanted people could potentially even engage in a sort of consensual telepathy, right? Neuralink hopes to have its first human patient implanted with their tech before the end of 2020. Okay? This tech is still pretty far away from mass realization, but the potential it holds is great. Like microchips, however, the risk could be even greater. All right? So 2020. Okay, before the end of 2020, right? That's their goal. Okay? It could be before that. All right? The way these devils, all right, operate. All right? So this is what the RFID chip looks like. Okay? All right? So it's the size of a grain of rice. Right? And due to it being the year of Kragman 2019, it will be promoted more. Okay? Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? So a mark, okay? If you go into that word mark, all right, in the Blue Letter Bible, okay, it will say charagma in the Greek. Okay. If you go into this word, all right, it says a stamp and imprinted mark. All right, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of Antichrist. Right, which Antichrist means if you're against, all right, the anointed, if you're against the Messiah. All right. So there's many people who are against the Messiah. A mark branded upon horses. Right. So it's carved, thing carved, sculpture, graven work. All right. So it's actually a carnal mark. Okay. That these elites are going to use as their main avenue, right, to have these people as slaves, okay, to implement their new world order system, all right. So finishing up on this article, naturally microchipping humans opens up surveillance and privacy debates of ethics and responsibility, which are likely to invoke Orwell, Orwellian, Orwellian paranoia, and they have, Slovakia if I butcher that, the Trades Union Congress, TUC, which represents trade unions in England and Wales, told The Guardian it is worried that staff could be coerced into being microchipped. Its General Secretary Francis of Grady told the British newspaper, "We know workers are already concerned that some employees are using tech to control and micromanage, all right, whittling away their staff's rights to privacy." Okay? So these elites don't care about your privacy, all right? They just care about themselves, all right? They're the devil, the Bible speaks of, okay? Knowing come to kill or steal, kill, and destroy, all right? He continued, microchipping would give bosses even more power and control over their workers, all right? There are obvious risks involved, and employers must not brush them aside or pressure staff into being chipped, but they are going to do that, all right? All right, they're not going to have pity. Okay, they're doing this new order system, all right, so they can be on top, so they can be the most high, all right, so they can be what this world calls God, all right, but they're going to fail, all right, because who this world calls English calls Jesus Christ is going to come back a so-called angry black man, all right, and put these elites in chains into slavery, all right, as their punishment, okay. Besides employer surveillance concerns, it must be noted that RFIDs can be easily read by strangers. Where our passerby on a subway, for example, can ping a person's chip to read what data is on it. Using an RFID reader, when we begin to add more personal information to these embedded chips, such as social security numbers and other IDs, more and more personal data could be prone to being copied by hackers. All right. So all these risks to it, okay, but they're still going to promote it as the best thing. As a whole, microchipping has not seen mass adoption yet, given the times we live in, where U.S. tech firms like Facebook and Google are under the microscope of lawmakers. Generally, a general opinion of these chips is not likely to be in their favor in the future, though the question becomes when rather than if, all right, while still rudimentary at this stage, these chips could offer highly important features in coming decades that could enhance team communication, intelligence, and more. When it comes time to send in those CVs, candidates with chips implanted in their bodies are likely to have the edge, which would then drive a trend of the mass populace, all right, seeking implants to stay competitive in the job market, all right. So if you had this chip, right, you're gonna be over the rest, okay. As carnally, you're gonna be able to buy and sell, all right. But spiritually, all right, you're gonna be destroyed, all right. You're just gonna be waiting to get killed by the Most High through a plague, all right. It's a slippery slope with an inevitable point of no return that, however, is eventually of innovation and natural progression in human evolution. The more pressing immediate concern is the one TUC highlighted, where employees mandate and enforce that their current and prospective employees get implanted. Some effort has been taken to combat such concerns. In 2007, California announced a law that forbids its citizens from being forced to get RFID implants, which that law is going to be. Right, it's going to be denounced, the rights going to be done away with. Okay, right? Everyone's going to be forced to get this chip. It's going to be mandatory. It's not going to be an option. The GDPR could also get involved as these chips begin to hold more personal data. Just as lawmakers found it difficult to keep up with Facebook and Google's rapid advancements, which brought us to the privacy mess we currently find ourselves in, microchipping and the ethical boundaries and issues that surround it are also new ground for regulators. Okay? So finishing up, all right, another more obvious concern with this tech is the implications to health. Does an update to hardware or software mean you will need to get your implant removed? When replaced with a newer one, how often will this need to happen? What about the concerns regarding the immune system and the existence of a foreign body inside our flesh? All right. One scientist cited by TechCrunch wondered about the longevity of Neuralink threads when exposed to the brain, which contains a salt mixed fluid that can damage and ultimately degrade plastics over time. Okay, so there's many risks to this my RFID microchip. Okay, many concerns. All right, but they're still gonna push it out because it's the elite's agenda. All right, questions are endless, but the answers are still numbered. All in all, microchips and overall human augmentations such as Neuralinks threats pose great ethical and health concerns, which at the moment still outnumber the benefits and pose questions we as a society are not equipped or ready to answer. All right. So, Babylon, all right, being a place of confusion, okay, pushing out this chip when it's not even ready, okay. They're just gonna push this chip, all right, for everyone to be their slave. Okay. Only the elect could deny this chip, right? Through the spirit and power of the Lord being with them. Because it's not gonna be of themselves. All right. It's gonna be a divine intervention. All right. So keep praying, fasting. All right. I hope this video is edifying. All right. Keep rehearsing the righteous acts to the best of your ability. All right. And repent and seek the most high now. All right, before it's too late. All right. Death and destruction to America, and shalom to the hopeful elect.